Yoga in simple words could be explained as a union between our individual consciousness and universal consciousness. The recording is fine, sir? Yeah, absolutely. So according to Patanjali Maharshi, it is much deeper, as in Chitta Vritti Nirodha, restraining any fluctuations or thought patterns in the mind to be able to focus inwards in almost thoughtless state. But in common man's language, you can just observe, we are very aware of the term consciousness. And connecting our individual consciousness to the universal consciousness can be summed up as yoga. It's one of the benefits of yoga, according to recent studies or according to recent science and recent benefits people propagate. We can say a lot of physical benefits as well. But that would reduce the scope of yoga to a mere physical exercise. It is much beyond that, much beyond that. So the ability to access even areas of our own memory and even the collective consciousness, making it accessible to ourselves, is one of the main benefits of yoga. And when is it possible? You may ask. It is possible only when we are in a very calm, relaxed and mindful state. And yoga helps us and has all the tools to bring us to these mindful states. Simply put, in terms of psychology, we can say yoga works on the physical body, somatic body, and through its practices and control over the breath and the sound, observations, and the thought, provides channels of access, like psychotherapy, into our conscious, subconscious, and preconscious levels, taking us to alternative states of consciousness according to your level of practice. Okay, I hope I was clear. Simply put, there are many benefits from physical to mental and spiritual. All right. So physically, it allows us to be aware and being in the moment, channelizing our energies to sense organs as and when required. And only those memories are imprinted consciously, to which we focus our mind along with the sense organs. Like I say, if I'm looking at this camera now, but if I'm hungry and I'm thinking about the foods I can have, I'm not mindfully here or there, usually. But there are states of yoga where you'll be able to remember and access all of these at the same time, breaking down time into very tiny fragments. We'll be allowing ourselves to take in our awareness to different dimensions of time through yoga. These are some of the benefits, you can say, and a lot of physical benefits are also seen. But a lot of people come to yoga nowadays after having a lot of physical discomfort and use yoga as a healing or therapeutic source. Essentially, yoga is a lifestyle practice, and if you're able to include it in your daily lifestyle, you'll be able to live a peaceful life, live harmoniously, and reduce a lot of lifestyle diseases. For the common man, these are the benefits we can say. So I'm not gonna bore you further with any much theory. Let's get right into it. Okay, we'll begin with a slight mindful practice. We can begin with breath awareness. It's some practice which you can always do if you feel slightly tense or relaxed. It can ground you. So we'll begin with the breath awareness and we'll do a gentle body awareness. And today we have planned the basic few loosening exercises which almost anyone could do, and a few asanas. Okay, and we'll have some time for questions as well in the end. So we shall get right into it. So I hope you're sitting comfortably. You don't have to sit on the floor or cross-legged, but sit comfortably. Okay, and if possible, try to keep the spine, neck, and head aligned in a straight line. Okay, you can take the support of a pillow if required. Ideally, in yoga, we work towards the flexibility in a manner where we are able to sit comfortably. for a long time so that we are able to maintain different breathing exercises and meditative practices. That itself is the definition of asana. Sthiram Sukham Asana. Anything in which you are able to comfortably sit and relax. So please find yourself a comfortable area to sit, relax. Again, ideally with the spine, neck and head aligned in a straight line, shoulders dropped and relaxed, chin parallel to the floor, and the chest slightly open. And I would like you to gently close your eyes, allow the eyelids, and feel it to relax on the eyes. And as you close your eyes, let's observe our awareness. Channelize our awareness inwards. Let's observe our physical body. Observe the physical body completely, if possible, from the tip of our hair till the ends of the nails of our toes.
And focusing our energies at such specific areas. You could visualize any changes you would like to manifest, any improvements in terms of strength, mobility, flexibility, or coordination. So, progressively scanning the body completely and focusing at such specific areas. And thus, focusing wherever necessary, let us now shift our awareness to our breathing. Let's observe our breath. Simple thing which gives us life, which sustains life. One of the important tools in yoga which we access and play with. Let's observe this breath as it is. Okay, observing different elements and factors of it. Let's try and observe the speed at which we breathe. How many seconds it would take for the inhalation and exhalations, and observe the depth of the breath. Observe the rhythm of the breath. Feel the musicality of the breath, and also the volume of air we are able to inhale, and the capacity of our lungs, which we are able to utilize. Observing all these factors, let us now gently lengthen the breath. By lengthening the breath, we are allowing deeper inhalations and complete exhalations. Through this, you're trying to utilize the fuller capacity of our lungs. We normally utilize about 30%. With every breath, I'm trying to utilize the bigger capacity of the lungs, thus lengthening the breath further. And now let us gently bring our breathing back to its normal pace. Observing ourselves again. Observe the difference in the quality of the breathing. Observe the difference in the quality of our thoughts it has brought about. Mindfully observing all of these. And the physical body again. Let's try to sit straight. And let's begin today's session chanting 3 Omkaras. So breathe in. Breathe in. And breathe in. Gently bring our palms together. Rather than, let's create some friction and heat in between them. And if we haven't sanitized the hands well, we can keep it slightly apart from the face. Otherwise, you can pick up palms and bring it around the eyes. Feel the warmth radiate around the eye muscles. To the side of the nose, the cheeks, temples, the forehead, top of the head, to the ears, neck, shoulders, opposite arms. All the while, if you feel any area stiff, you can gently give a small squeeze, gentle massage, activating such areas. Making more heat whenever required, and passing this warmth on the top of the chest, through the rib cages, the abdomen, the back side, on either sides of the spine, hips, buttocks, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, and the feet. And to freshen things up and to calibrate our eyes, let's bring the palms together like an open book. The little fingers touching together, and the palms open. And with another deep inhalation and exhalation, let's gently blink and open our eyes, observing our palms. Observe the spacing between the fingers, the lines on the palms, the fingertips, and be relaxed. This is the general routine we usually do around here. We have regular sessions at Mangalath Ashramam here. So as of now, it's online, but as soon as restrictions ease, we plan to come back offline here. So now, please relax. You might be sitting for a while, sitting on the floor, okay, and you're not used to it. There's possibility of the joints kind of stiffening up. So allow the legs to be relaxed and palms relaxed behind, head relaxed on the shoulders, and gently move the feet towards each other, loosening the feet from the ankles. We call this Shithila Danda Asana. So loosens out all the joints, especially on the legs, okay? The ankles, the knees, and even loosens out in stiff areas in the thigh muscles. We always begin in yoga with loosening exercises, loosening out all areas of the body which we don't even normally utilize. So let's begin and observe our toes. So toe joints has many joints here on just the toes itself. So observing these, let's try to gently move each of the toes. I know it's not going to be easy for all of us, but gently try to move them individually, one by one. Yes. And now, let's try and contract all the toes inwards, holding them tight. Okay, squeezing the toes inwards, activating all these toe joints and feeling them. Gently release them out again, contract them out again. And as we inhale and stretch them out, trying to increase the space in between them. Observing the space element and increasing that in between the toes. Okay? Yeah, keeping them stretched out, and now gently contract. You may either contract the big toe first, little toes in the end, or little toe first, big toes in the end. Okay, so hold them tight, squeeze again, and very gently release each toe one by one. Yes. So now you may have noticed even such areas of the body which we don't normally focus upon. So bringing our awareness to such areas and activating them, we would generally increase the range of motion and now flexibility to all areas, increasing the functionality and coordination. So now let's come towards Dandasana, which is basically palm besides the hips, keeping the spine straight. Okay. And now let's gently loosen out the ankle joints by allowing the toes to go forwards and backwards. Okay, yeah. Loosening the ankle joints, allowing the toes to go forwards and then pulling it back. Inhale forwards, exhale back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're always expanding the body whenever we inhale, so we are allowing toes to go forwards, stretch out. Exhaling, contracting inwards and pushing the heels out. Now let's try to activate the calf muscles in such a manner and activate the quad muscle, which is the upper thigh muscles, in such a manner that the heels are kind of elevated in the air. As you can see, there's some space in between the heels and the floor. Pulling the toes in. Hold if possible and then release. Release, relax. Relax these muscles out. Relaxing again in Shitala Dandasana. Okay, now heels together again, Dandasana. Let's move the ankle in such a manner, rotating it out in clockwise direction first. Okay, utilize the full range of the ankles and in anti-clockwise direction. Make sure to use the full range which is available. So both directions, moving the ankle joints, rotating the feet. Let's now gently keep them slightly apart. And now get the big toes in and little toes out. Okay. Yes, big toes in, little toes out. Big toes in and little toes out. Okay. Gently release again, release, relax. Now, we're going to focus more on the knee joints. So bring the awareness in towards the knees and let's gently bring each of the knee up and down. And you can almost clap the floor by doing this. So gently clap on the floor, and in this process, it loosens out all these muscles in the legs. And you clap each of the knees up and down a few times. You'll feel good, definitely. And gently relax. And now, let's do some self-love. Hug our right leg, bring them inwards, take the right feet in towards the thighs, and hugging around the shins, using the arms. Squeeze the muscles as much as possible. Okay, squeeze and activate. And gently relax. Now we're going to interlock our fingers, but under the thighs. Use it as support, and gently raise the legs up. Into a side view to enable it better movement. And raise the heels up and bring it back in. Exhale. Inhale out. Exhale in. And inhale out.
exhale it. If you don't need support, you can even do this for slightly more intermediate practitioners, out like this, holding it there and bring it back in. This would activate the thigh muscles more and even the abdominal muscles more. Okay? If you don't use the support of the arms, this increases the benefit in that manner. But initially, this would be needs a practice. But for the next one, you should interlock your fingers underneath anyways. So if you're going to loosen out the knee joints by allowing the legs to rotate outwards and inwards, both directions. Okay, yeah, outwards, outward rotations like this, and inward rotations a few times, loosening out the knee joints. Again, let's gently straighten it out, and very gently release and relax. And bringing down the leg, the same thing. Okay, interlocking, around, squeezing the muscles in, holding it tight, and gently releasing. Okay, interlocking fingers under the thighs, raising the heels up, and gently raising it down. Inhale out, exhale in, inhale, exhale. Okay. Now, holding it up, loosen the knee joints, a few times, legs going out, one direction, legs going in, the other direction. Loosen knee joints out. Let's now gently, again, straighten, stretch the heels out, and gently bring it back in. And relax the palms behind. Relax and observe the differences from before and now. And now, let's gently bring one leg in. Okay, this is the right leg in. Okay, feet towards the inner thighs, knees out, and gently raise the knees up and down 2 times. Simple clapping. Those who are flexible enough can even place it on the thighs and repeat them. Yes, or even use your palms to support underneath to elevate the ankles up higher and flatten the knees. This opens up the hips slightly. Again, hips are an important part of yoga, which allows us to sit comfortably and maintain different asanas. So the core of the body, middle of the body, and also supposed to be a secret powerhouse for a lot of energies which reside there. So gently allowing the knees to come up and down a few times, loosening it out, relaxing it back out. Let's bring the other leg in and repeat the same routine. Allow the knees to come up and down a few times. Again, if you're flexible, you can bring it down to the thighs. But initially, don't push yourself too much. Feel comfortable and a slight improvement every day. When you start comfortable, but every day try to improve slightly. Okay, so now we're going to combine both. Bring both the feet in and do some relaxed butterflies, which is palms behind. Okay, usually you may have seen interlocking fingers and moving right away, but there's a risk of injury and tear. So let's begin with the relaxed palms behind and gently head relaxed and allow the knees to come up and down a few times. These are called the butterfly stretches. And you may imagine your legs as the wings of a butterfly. So loosening the hip region out, the pelvic region out, the hip flexors. And now let's bring the palms slightly closer towards the hips and bring the hips towards the heels. You may raise the hips up, bring it towards the heels slightly. Okay. And again, repeat it a few more times. You feel it's not as easy as before. It's got a slight more tension, especially at the inner thighs, the groin region. So gently observe and very gently try to increase the pain intensity. And now we're going to try and bring the feet in further by interlocking the fingers, around the feet, pulling it in further, and the feet up and down. So if you do it the first time, tomorrow you may feel, or even later on in the day, you feel a slight catch or slight stiffness at the inner thighs. We will use them to allow this motion to happen. And also these tendons might feel stretched out. That's good. It's a good pain though. If you feel slight pain, it's a good pain. because you know the body is working and functioning better. So again, flap your knees up and down a few times. You're gently going to lean towards any side, squeeze the muscles into the floor a few times. Now use the elbows for all these. Again, come back straight. You're again going to use the elbows to push open the thighs out and use the thumbs to gently open the feet out. For those of us feel stiff, you may not be able to lean forwards further, but even a gentle opening of the feet like this and leaning forwards. Okay, leaning forwards, that great like this. Try to lean as much as possible. This much, that's okay. But try to work on it every day, gently, little by little. But in ideal conditions, you should be able to push the thighs down with your elbows, allow to come the floor and lean forwards further through your exhalation. Exhaling, rolling forwards, inhaling, come back. Pull your spine up as we inhale and exhale, lean forwards and down. Inhale up, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale and hold. Keep breathing before you hold the posture. You observe the body gently relaxing any unnecessary stiff areas. You can loosen it out and with the breath, just the breath will be able to notice when increase in flexion, allowing us to move forward and down as we become more and more relaxed. And as you come out of it, don't just let go right away. Very gently, very relaxed now, loosening the grip on the feet very gently and loosening the strength on the thigh joints very gently. Then bring it back out. For those who will be doing the first time, you may feel a slight pain. It's okay. So gently now, loosening the legs up, feet out and knees up, slightly apart. We're going to count stretch, which is going to help us alleviate the pain slightly. And gently now, let's drop both the knees towards the left side. Okay. If you're mirroring me, drop it towards the right side, bring it back up and drop it towards your left side. And the breathing goes, inhaling as the knees come up, slightly lean back, open chest, exhaling, and then twist the body in the opposite direction. So twist the upper body in the opposite direction where the knees go. Again, inhale up, exhale, twist, inhale, exhale. For some of us, I don't see any in this video, but that's okay. Some of us, one knee might be up. Okay, these are common mistakes which you usually notice, or the knee could be on top of the feet. So if you can increase the space in between the feet, usually it comes down, and if otherwise it still remains up, you can even use your other feet to gently lock the knees down and increase the bend. And you'll be able to give a twist, locking the hips in position and using upper body weight to gently twist to gently release any stiff areas in the spine as well. Gently release, back up and drop to the other side and exhaling, twisting completely. And relax. Relax, gently relax back out. Now, we're going to gently try to get the heels out, okay, feet out, move my visible stuff, yes. And now we're going to try to place the palms in the front and gently rock forwards and backwards. Okay. We rock forwards and backwards a few times. And now we're going to use the opposite palm to push on the thighs and raise the other arm up. So in my case, I'm lifting my left arm up, but if you're mirroring me, raise your right arm up, place your left palm on the thighs, and then lean towards the opposite direction. Okay. You don't have to catch your toes, though you see a lot of people saying that, but wherever you can go, so gently calibrate and stretch ourselves in that position. And what will help you is your breathing again. As you inhale, you stretch out. Outwards movement with inhalation and downward movements with exhalation. Inhaling out, exhaling down. In the beginner level, you can even inhale out, exhale, drop the forearms towards the head a few times. Inhale, exhale until this area becomes loosened out. This area is usually very stiff for people who sit a lot and give a lot of pressure in such areas. So if you can loosen out such areas every day, you'll feel more relaxed and light. Okay, so allow it to go to wherever possible. Stop, observe, keep breathing, and we have a tendency to stiffen unnecessary areas, so allow that to go away. Observe and stretch your seat rather and breathing comfortably. Allow the body to do its work and the gravity to do its work. And now we're going to inhale, stretch out, and come back up. And alternate. To the other side. Again, we place the palms on the thighs and raise the other arm up, out first. Stretching out, and then exhale, drop into the side. Stretching outwards, exhale and drop. Hold it wherever you feel comfortable. Keep breathing and observe ourselves releasing, relaxing into the asana. Okay. And you may observe this area which we call the muscle group over here, quadratus lumborum region, which connects the back muscles towards the abdominal region. This again is the region which stiffens out a lot of people and reduces flexibility. So observe this region and keep breathing, allowing the gravity to do its work, and try and be as relaxed as possible. And finally coming out again, inhale, pull out further to give us the maximum benefit, and inhale, come back, relax, roll the arms out, and now we're going to try and bring both the legs back in, and loosen out your upper body. Until now we focus from the toes until the hips and above. We're going to now gently push down onto the knees with both the palms, and we're going to do a practice which you see in ancient India too. A lot of spiritual practices, like even in Sufism, they would see people singing and dancing like this. It's a practice to loosen out the upper abdominal region as well. Okay, so we're going to do this with the breath. So inhaling as you sit up tall and straight, and exhaling as you drop to the one side and lean forwards, exhaling complete. Okay, and from here as you come back up, inhale, come back up, and exhale and from sides forwards to the other sides, come back up. Okay, and every while using the palm to push the opposite knees down to get the intended stretch. So we do it 3 times in one direction, let's do 3 times in the other direction as well. And observing ourselves and observing the spine releasing from the hips, almost as we turn the curve. We feel ourselves getting more relaxed, and equal times in both directions, sitting back up straight. Let's do a simple forward bend, backward bend, sideward bends, and twists. Okay. We're going to try and utilize the range of motion which we have from the spine. So exploring the range of motion through different methods. Let's now today try to step down and straight, inhale and exhale, lean forwards and one thing is you don't have to try to go as far as possible. Main idea is to keep the spine straight but have a good lean forwards. If you be able to reach your spine forward and rather than having a back push like this, which could bring about more straight than this. So whenever possible, lean forwards, and we're going to come back. Look on the portion right away. Usually when we have an hour and a half session, we should do it at least 3 times. Today we're going to just do this once, and now keeping the palms behind the knees and almost beside the hips. And we're going to do a counter stretch, gently lean back. Lean back is good enough, but you're able to bring the hips up, there is many benefits. There is deeper counter stretch. And for those who are strong, you may even try to raise the base of the palms up, push it up higher, push the hips forwards and back. And if comfortable, you can even come on your fingers, pushing forward as much as possible. Deep inhalation and breathe gently and softly. Try to get the hips back down and relax. So this was the forward stretch and backward counter stretch. Let's just do a simple sideways stretch as well. Just bringing the elbows and palms down on one side. Raising the opposite arms out and stretching back up. Then inhaling out as much as possible. Feeling good, pull to the side of the spine. And exhaling, come back up and alternate the directions. Other side. Again, 2 inhalation, we pull the arms up, out. And exhaling, we drop it back down towards the floor. Wherever you feel comfortably, drop it. And we keep breathing, allow the gravity to do the work. And through the inhalation, pull out again and come back up. Okay, build the forward and backward bend and the sideways stretches. We'll do a simple twisting exercise, which is possible in this asana. So we're gonna try and use the opposite palm to grab it. In my case, I'm using my right palm on my left knee, but if you mirror me, do vice versa. Again, so grabbing arms with your knees, or knees with your palms, and you will keep the other palm behind the spine. I'm going to actually give you side view so it'll be easier. So one palm about 1 scale difference behind the spine, you keep it back, put this facing backwards, and straighten the spine. And exhale and twisting. Even the grip with the palms on the knees. Twisting out further as much as possible. Usually we keep breathing out here until we reach a very comfortable position. But we're going to breathe once more. Now, again inhaling, we're not going to come back straight and stretch. We're going to try to keep the spine straighter because there's a tendency of gently slipping. So exhale and twist completely again. You can even use the intention of the eyes to focus towards left corners. Complete exhalation and relax. Come back forwards. I'm going to repeat this to the other side. Opposite palms on the knees. One palm behind the spine. Inhale, straighten the spine, and exhale and twist. Wherever you're able to reach forward, again with an inhalation, straighten the spine further, and exhale and twist forward. Complete exhalation, gently come back straight, and being relaxed. Let's now focus on the next major joint that you have, it's the shoulder joints. So let's keep the fingers on the shoulders, bring the elbows in, okay, and in this position again, as I said before, whenever we bring the body in close together, we usually exhaling completely. But inhale, lift the arms up and pull the elbows out wide and back as possible. Open the chest out, bring in the shoulder blades as close together as possible and down. Inhale forwards and exhale back. Don't do this reverse in the opposite direction, but do the same breathing. Inhaling as the arms go back, exhaling as the arms fold in. Once again, inhale back, exhale forwards and down. Relax. And now let's stretch out the neck muscles. And it's very essential in today's day and age because we spend a lot of time in front of the computer or even watching TV, and which could bring about a lot of strain because of the posture, which could be either forwards or back. So we're going to gently calibrate and stretch out and stiffly. Okay, whatever I'm going to do once, you can practice at least 3 times in the morning and evening. You definitely notice a good benefit. So with the inhalation, first thing we're going to lift the chin up slightly. You can stretch the front piece of the neck. And exhaling, drop the chin down. It comes to a chin block, chin touching sternum. Exhaling completely, and you notice a good stretch of the back side of the neck. Gently bring the chin down straight. Inhale. Now we're going to exhale and twist. Twisting towards my left, but to your right, mirroring. Exhale and twist. Again, feel the stretch at the opposite side of the neck. Inhale, straight. Exhale and twist. It would be ideal if you could close your eyes and observe the stretch as it moves. You'll notice the difference better. and be more mindful in that. Inhaling straight. Let's now do a tilt, exploring all ranges of motion. So we're going to tilt the head to the side, but one mistake I see is usually like that shoulders up. So try to keep shoulders relaxed and try to drop the head down as much as possible. So you're dropping it down. Observe the stretch to the opposite side again. Now have a deep breath through the stretch. And again, inhale up, exhale, drop to the other side. Again, observe the stretch through a deep breath. Inhale, come back up, and let's do one more stretch. So let's gently move forwards and backwards. Okay, we explore other ranges of motion, up and down, twisting, sideways. I'm going to bring it forwards. I'm going to go sideways. One, it is bring the chin forward, slightly bringing the neck forwards until the shoulders remain in the same position. But the neck and head comes forward. If you have spondylitis or any neck injuries, it should be light moves. So gently chin forward and bring your chin back, straight back, almost into the neck. You should bring the hair off the side, the chin blocking the air back. Okay, and relax. So these, you can practice 3 of them. Okay, three rounds of each of these at least would be very beneficial for the evening. This is some of the simple loose things which we did. Now we'll do a simple. We did some asanas along the way as well. Okay, so don't worry. Let's do a simple strengthening for the shoulders, exploring the range of the scapula as well. So gently may push the arms out and keep the base of the palms pushed out and fingers inwards. And now fingers down and knuckles, and now the outer wrist pushed out. And now keep the arms straight, slightly calibrating them up and down a few times. Gentle movements with the palms facing down, or the palm facing up, slightly up and down. And now we're going to try and twist the arms. Okay, so it's like someone's wringing out or twisting the arms. It'll increase the flexibility, loosen out the muscle fibers. So thumbs going down, behind and up as much as possible. And now the middle fingers going back, down, forwards and up. Twisting of the arms. Once again, thumbs going back and up. And the fingers going to the back side, down, forwards and up. As much as possible. So these increase the flexibility and the range of motion which we have. Will help us advance in different asanas to the grip strength. That's a lot of benefits. So now we are almost day 980. Let's do a simple round of Surya Namaskar, which is the bread and butter of yoga. And I'm going to stand up and do this. So if you are comfortable doing this before, please follow along. When you first time speak, simply can. But in Surya Namaskar, because it only has Pranasana. The feet together, most likely apart, make a balance, palms separate. Again, you should possibly close your eyes and keep body balance. Now make a focus where the weight is in back. Ideally, keep the weight towards the feet, either side of the and observe yourselves for a second for 1 minute. Landing like that, one. Inhale, try to open the arms out, and exhale, arms into the body. Inhale, slightly balance, this arms up. Like the arms also like twist spine here, and the body moves like energy. Let's try to keep the legs moving slightly. Lean back and lean forwards, and you extend the spine in this position. It's not Sampunasana, it's not mountain class, it's and stuff. So we can include the asana activity. We can stretch the spine out in a complete manner. Ideally, arms pulling out and hips pushing back. And now dropping back down to Pada Hastasana, palms besides the feet and head bowed down. Keep the arms lying down. Whenever you reach, you have to try to touch the floor and bend the knees in the process. Keep the knees straight, slightly transfer the weight forwards. Keep the arms hanging down. And relax. We gently bend the knees down if required. Place the palms beside the feet and get the right leg back and place the right knees down. And this we call Ashramam. 4 steps. Opens out the hips from the especially one deep breath, a lot of flexibility. Into the slightly pulse and push the hips down, slightly open the chest and look up. And now, slightly hold the breath and come towards the plank. The plank, as we know, is a very wonderful exercise. Activates all the muscle groups and is good for all the internal organs as well. Main idea is to keep all the muscles active. Not really just the weight to the arms. So if I'm just giving weight to the arms, my body will be hanging like this. So I'm using the back muscles to align the body. The core muscles to keep the body straight and level, and heels to the head. And even the knees, the thighs, the calf muscles are all active. Ideally, you can about 3 feet in height. Holding the posture as long as comfortable. And now, recent studies have suggested, after this, the ladies can come back down to Shashankasana. It's ideal for them, and for the men, it is ideal for their health. According to Vyasa, which does the best research in yoga nowadays, you can come down to Ashtanga Namaskar. Ashta, again in the 8. Make sure 8 parts of the body are on the floor, which is the palms, the toes, the knees, the chest, and the ideally forehead. If not possible, even if women can do this, and women can come down to Shashankasana like this. And from here, all these questions we're going to come forwards and down. Let it be as close towards the floor as possible to get the maximum benefit. Almost the nose placing in line to the floor, coming forwards and up towards the Bhujangasana, like the cobra pose as we call it. Just now elbows back. And we're practicing the lower chains of the lungs. Deeper breathing into the lower chains of the lungs. And pull it towards the mouth. Deep inhalation and exhale, but down. Lift the hips up almost like a cat in the cow from this position, and then the hips up towards Parvatasana. It's also known as Adho Mukha Svanasana, or the downward facing dog. Head down, hips up. And in this position, ideally, you can even stretch out the Achilles tendons and the calf muscles. You can raise the heels one by one, up and down. And now, we're going to lift the right leg up and gently bring it back straight in between the palms. Place the left knee down, hips down, chest open. So we bring back to the right leg. So left leg was in front, so we got stretch. And now with the right leg came back, so we get the stretch on the alternate side. Some people practice the same leg going back and forth. Some people practice off the legs, move left to right, with the motion system. Start. Inhale, hips pushing down, chest to forwards, and out. And exhale, left leg forwards. Arms hanging down, back again in Padahastasana. This is supposed to be a wonderful exercise for breathing. If you have breathing difficulty, it's just relax and you'll be able to breathe more comfortably. So again, now from here, we're going to inhale, pull the arms forwards as much as possible. And come back down, slightly back again. Loosen up the muscles. Back. Last one. So we're going to start in practice here. This adaptive position on the side and slightly altered according to the new research is found. with SCSI impact. Okay. This includes some asanas. If you're able to do it correctly, well and good. It's okay. If you're doing it the first time, fail. Okay. So I think we have come to 9:30. Yeah. So I hope we had a good time. We had a basic classification class into audio tuning stuff, audio purpose. It may have just not any statements.